everyone, it's Froggy, and I'm back again with another episode of the second reproduction, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start.
Gardis!
I threw the door open.
薄いな。ジョージの邪魔をするな。お前たちの信ずるラメインも嘆くに違いあるまい。
The man turned his gaze towards us and stood up. For just a moment, I felt an odd attraction to his graceful form and completely forgot about my hatred. So this is the demon lord Gardis. His hair was as black as the night, yet it shone with the royal elegance. His frighteningly handsome face wore a smile strong enough to charm its every witness. Twilight-colored pupils looked out from his narrowed eyelids, coaxing my body under his control. I returned to my senses and held up my sword. The woman gave a terrified screech and fled through the door, but the demon lord just stood up, relaxed and unconcerned.
あの者に加勢してもらわなくてもいいのか。
魔の者すべてが強大な力を有していると思っているのだろうが、今や公海に根付く魔の者のほとんどが人と同じほどの力しか持たぬ。お前たち勇者が正義と称える行いは、力なき人の女子供を殺すのに等しいことだ。
ざれ言、お前たち魔物がいるせいでこの世が乱れているのだ。それを滅するのは当然であろう。
くだらんな。いつも通り耳が腐り落ちそうな言い分だ。
His composed smile stayed put, but my words had clearly changed his attitude. I suddenly felt horribly cold. We were indoors, but freezing gusts of wind were now blowing across the room. The demon lord had conjured them, and the instant one slipped past my leg, I got goosebumps.
これは。
How ominous. The demon lord was horrifying. The essence of everything evil in this world, just as I thought. Struggling to keep calm, I locked my gaze upon my target.
貴様の邪悪なる魂をこのクリスティーナ・ランザードが絶やしてくれよ。
はあ、やれるものならばやってみろ。最近は半端なものどもばかりで飽き飽きしていたところだ。良い退屈しのぎにもなろう。
ならばその空虚なせいに主という終止符を。
In a single breath, I threw myself against the wind and rushed towards the stage. Gardis raised an eyebrow, somewhat surprised by my movements. Maybe he underestimated me because of my gender. Either way, I wasn't going to give him time to rethink his plan. He blocked it? I was the third strongest knight in Almanan, and I had a lot of confidence in my speed. Yet Gardis still managed to intercept my blade, pulling his own sword out of nowhere. I was pushing all of my strength into my sword, but Gardis was hardly breaking a sweat. The composed smile still lingered on his lips. I clicked my tongue in irritation, realizing the vast difference in strength between us. Gah, there's no way I can take him on by myself. Our swords clashed together the moment it passed through my mind. I took advantage of the recoil and leapt behind him. Gardis jumped back, trying to gain distance between us, but he failed to notice the other blade lying in wait. Our usual tactic. If I ever faced a tougher enemy than expected, Lisette and I would attack them from both sides. It was our fastest and strongest maneuver.
やれ、世話しないこと。
The moment his feet touched the ground, Gardis was in motion. He leant back, avoiding Lisette's jab, and swung his own sword upward, aiming straight for the knight's chest. Lisette avoided it by a hair's breadth and countered immediately, leaping back the moment he got a chance to breathe. Our attack didn't work.
もう終わりか?
He laughed, mocking us. We were the fastest knights in the kingdom, with confidence to match, but we couldn't lay a scratch on him. It was outright humiliating. I gritted my teeth and went through every attack I knew in my mind, but none of them would ever work. That brief scuffle was more than enough evidence of Gardis' insane power. If I was going to defeat him, I would have to give up on getting out of there in one piece. Especially if I gave him time for incantations, we'd be reduced to ashes in seconds. Thus, I glanced at Lisette behind me and prepared myself.
姫様
Sorry, Lisette. I guess I can't keep my promise after all. I threw away my tactics and gambled everything on my speed. I dashed forward, sword outstretched, heading straight for the Demon Lord's chest. I was going to kill him, even if it killed me in the process.
チリと貸せ。
姫様
なぜ
ほう。これを受けても消滅しないとは、魔術への耐性があるのか。面白い。
I couldn't understand. What had just happened? I thought over through Gardis' words, desperately looking for clues, but all I had to go on was the agonizing pain pulsing through my body, the pain from the impact. That's right, something hit me. Before I got a chance to touch him, an invisible force had thrown me backwards and slammed my body against the wall. I forced myself to stand up, my joints screaming in agony and my head desperately attempting to join the dots.
栄唱なしの発動を見たのは初めてか。我ら恋の魔族は心で歌い、陣を描く。栄唱を抑えればなんとかなると思っていたのだろうが、残念だったな。
栄唱なしで
よくも姫様を
With the Demon Lord's back to him, Lisette grabbed his chance and rushed forwards, but inches before the tip of his blade brushed against Gardis, the Demon Lord evaded and countered with a heavy blow.
この化け物が
化け物の定義がまがまがしく醜いものであるならば、それこそ人を指していよう。
お逃げください姫様ここは俺に任せ次の機に備えるんです
He cried out as he parried Gardis' sword, his back to me.
何を言う自らの騎士を親友のお前を置いて逃げられるわけがない
Lisette paused. I couldn't see his expression, but Gardis could, and an unpleasant smirk floated onto the demon's lips.
一方通行か。
黙れ
Unnerved, Lisette's skills rapidly deteriorated. Gardis' words had shaken him, and his rage rendered his own attacks chaotic. I tried to call out to him, but it was too late. Gardis quickly slipped beside him and smashed the hilt of his sword into Lisette's handguard. There wasn't any blood, but his bones were undoubtedly bruised. Unable to withstand the pain, Lisette let his sword fall to the floor with a clatter. Gardis didn't miss his chance and punched Lisette hard in the stomach. His cape-covered back bent horribly.
このような腕で打ち取ろうとは、私も舐められたものだ。
Lisette struggled to his feet and tried to strengthen his posture. Gardis, however, had other ideas and grabbed the knight by the throat, lifting him onto his tiptoes. It was nothing short of a nightmare. With just one hand, Gardis had lifted up a fully grown man with the utmost ease. His smile felt ruthless and cruel, yet captivatingly beautiful. He could have snapped Lisette's neck in two that instant, but instead he chose to squeeze, taking sadistic pleasure in the knight's agonized expressions. As he squeezed harder and harder, his sharp claws caught on Lisette's fragile skin and sent a rich crimson drop trickling down his neck. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this one, then click the eye at the top and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.